We're live. Dude, buddy, the Nightcap OG, Scott Bossman. What's up, brother?
Mark Podolsky. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm very excited for our toolkit giveaway for all the people this week that have been watching our Facebook Lives and made a comment. If you don't know who we are professional land investors. Just go to thelandgeek.com and learn more there. Um, Scott Bossman, what have you been doing today?
So today has been kind of a quiet day. The boys are still not in homeschool. They start on Monday.
Yeah,
So
same with
we
mine.
kind of, yeah, we kind of give them a couple days to sleep in and take it easy. Last night, my one son and I watched the Fellowship of the Ring extended version. So
Ooh.
that took up like 3 hours and 30 minutes of our lives. But I love that movie.
That's a great movie. That's a great quarantine movie.
It's a great quarantine movie. Now he wants to watch the Two Towers tonight, the Return of the King tomorrow. I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. That's a lot of sitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Paul Brewer's on.
yeah, I love that
Happy
movie.
Friday,
So
Paul.
so we definitely we geeked out last night, which was fun, and then today's just been kind of relaxing, which is nice.
Nice. Very nice. You didn't jump on the Peloton?
I didn't today.
Yeah. I,
Hopefully tomorrow.
I did a tough ride this morning. 30 minutes. It was tough. I mean, there were points where I'm like, I hope Paul Brewer is close to resuscitate me. Like,
uh, did you hit a PR today?
no. I just, I don't know. Um,
I,
it was
the other
just a
day,
tough
I think it
one.
was Wednesday. Wednesday, I just needed to I needed to check out a little bit because of everything going on. So I did one of the nature rides actually through the Utah national parks, and that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Um, yeah, so it was a 30-minute ride, and it just got to enjoy some scenery during the ride, which was cool. At times, I felt a little vertigo, like I felt like I was on a roller coaster, so that was a little awkward. but
Cool.
but that's a nice option they have.
That's good to know. I might try that ride with a little Dramamine, like combine it.
Yeah.
Cause I'm,
Yes.
yeah,
You might need.
after like 40, like I literally can't do any of those rides anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's the saddest thing. Like I'm eating Dramamine now, like Pez.
You get vertigo
Well,
or
I just get
just
motion sick.
motion sick? Yeah.
Yeah, and the kids don't care. They're like, come on, Dad, let's go on the Harry Potter ride. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. So, you know.
How about the tilt-a-whirl? Probably stay away from that one too.
Oh yeah, even Dramamine, no Dramamine, I'm staying away from the tilt-a-whirl. Anything that
Yeah.
spins you, I'm out. Like a blackjack dealer, I'm out.
Out.
Out. I got a good book for everybody.
Oh, what is it?
So I think right now, given where we're at in the world, a really good book, if you haven't read it or to revisit, is A Guide to the Good Life by William Irvine. And it really just kind of walks you through Stoic philosophy. And I think that in your land business, or if your business is struggling, or you've got anxiety about economics and all that stuff, or just anxiety in general about what's going on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, A Guide to the Good Life, William Irvine. Um, it really puts things into perspective. Like, you could really reframe this mentally as a stoic test. And it's not that you don't feel the fear, you don't feel the anxiety, you don't just put your head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. You feel it, but then you sort of reframe it and you take it on the challenge. Like, okay, how am I going to handle this stoic test and still keep my well being intact? So if you're finding yourself getting a little irritable or a little on edge, you could take the stoic test. Like, okay, um, I'm annoyed that my kid's sleeping till 2 in the afternoon. I'm going to feel annoyed. That's fair.
Right.
But then I'm going to, okay, I'm going to thank the stoic gods for giving me this test of my well being. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to gently go in there and wake him up and say, "Hey, buddy," instead of shaking him really hard, like I like, you know, like, "Hey, buddy," and you want to play a game after you get up? A little gin because I won last night, kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
See how you see how I stick it to him?
Uh-huh.
But it's a really it really is a good book to kind of revisit all that.
Well, it sounds like it pertains to the times for sure.
Yeah. What are you reading these days?
So I actually just started Dune. I want to read Dune
Ooh.
before the movie comes out in December. Did you know there's a movie coming out?
I did not know. I knew there was one on the Sting one.
No, there's
That
a
was
there's a
old,
Dune
right?
remake. There's a Dune remake coming, and it's supposed to be the Lord of the Rings slash Star Wars movie of this decade. And there will likely be multiple movies. Josh Brolin is in it. A bunch of other big names are in it. It comes out in December. So I want to read the movie. I want to read the book. Reread the book. I read it like 25 years ago, something like that. So I want to read it again.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm doing. It's a big book.
That's a good one. I've got my well,
So
I don't have it in here. I've got Infinite Jest for my big thousand
yeah,
page book, which I'm slowly but surely trying to get through. It's not an easy read.
nice.
I have to tell you, it's not.
Yeah,
You know, but
Dune is tough first couple chapters, but once you get into it, it's good.
yeah.
Um, and then I'm going to do the companion to Unbleep Yourself by Gary Bishop. It's this little workbook that you go through, and it's basically just a way of kind of cleansing on paper, which is kind of cool. So, like the first exercise is you just have to kind of write down some of the things that you feel as far as I am to this, I am to this. So, I am too worried about this whole thing. I am too much of a control freak when it comes to whatever. I am too much this. I am too much this.
Right.
And it kind of starts you there, and it takes you through ways to kind of address those. I don't know those. I don't want to say faults that we have, but those negative feelings that we have, and turn them more into a positive thing, positive way of looking at things. So that's my next step as far as something nonfiction goes. I'm gonna do that because I just finished the book by Gary Bishop, which was good.
Nice. Are you a big journaler? Do you journal?
You know, I've tried it. I do better with little short statements. So if like I have a journal, I have a couple journals that prod me to state the three things that I'm most grateful for today, or the three things that I had difficulty with today, or whatever. So I do better with that. I'm not really a narrative journaler type guy. Like I just can't go in and start writing,
Right.
or I don't feel it with that. But if you give me some things to list, I like lists. I'll go in and list a few things, list the things I'm grateful for, list the things that are my top three accomplishments of the day, top three things I could have done better, that type of thing. So I do have a couple journals like that, which I'm not altogether consistent with, but I'm kind of touch and go with them.
Yeah. I mean, especially given today's climate, to really sit down and go deep on your gratitude journal is is really a gift. And I love me. I love doing that stuff. Um,
Yep.
it's like it's so fun, and you get in such a better mood
Right.
when you do that. So one of the great things that I'm so grateful for is to be able to serve. And why don't we serve up a free $2,000 toolkit to someone lucky winner that made a comment in the Facebook Live. Hello, Miss Melissa Stuker. Happy Friday to you. So glad you're joining.
Awesome. Yeah. So I have this handy little app on my phone. It's called Pixta, as
Pix,
Zana would say,
Pixta.
Pixta,
Yeah.
and puts everybody's name in a hat. I have 36 names in a hat, and I'm going to go ahead and pick. The non-biased way would be to probably have my son come in here and pick, but yeah, you can trust me. That says pick up at the top there. I'm going to pick it, and this is going to be our toolkit winner. You ready?
I'm ready. Should I do a countdown or a drum roll or
Sure.
yeah? Okay. One, two, three. I mean, this is as dorky as Let Freedom Ring. I'll be honest.
See if you can see that. Yeah, I don't know. The winner
The winner
is
is Michael Martinez. Congra-
Michael Martinez.
Congratulations, Michael Martinez. Please email support@thelandgeek.com and we're going to go ahead and get you instant access to the Investors Toolkit. So
That's that's awesome.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll reach out to him as well. I'll reach out to him as well on Facebook, and uh, I'm excited for Michael. I mean, that's a boy. What a great thing to prompt action in your life, right? Especially if you need a little distraction. What better way to distract yourself than go through the modules in the toolkit?
No,
Uh,
absolutely. And it really, you couldn't be getting into the land business at a better time. So Dawn's on. Yay. Congratulations. Dawn, thanks for jumping on. Melissa Moore's on. Hi, Melissa Moore. Hashtag winning. So, Scott and I were talking about this, like, for the Paul Brewers of the world and the Melissa Stuckers, Melissa Moores, the Dawn Perezas, you know, our true fans. They already have the toolkit. Flight school, coaching. We're like, what can we give them? And for jumping on and you know giving us the love during these things.
right.
So we thought, well, how about a free uh, lots subscription? Looking over Tate's shoulder. I'm not sure how many episodes are in there, but that's a good, go ahead and leave a comment if
There.
you don't have lots and you'd like to win lots.
Yeah, I think that's the next great drawing for sure. And there are 10 episodes
10
in
episodes.
lots, and I mean 10 to 15 minutes of content in each episode. And Tate takes you through every aspect of his business. I really think it's high value. So yeah, if you guys don't have lots yet, throw your name in the comment, and that'll be our new
Our
giveaway.
new giveaway next Friday. Yeah,
Awesome.
awesome. See, Melissa's like nice. She's in. She's
Nice.
down. Paul Brewer, what about you? You want lots? Melissa Moore, need lots. Boom. Paul Brewer,
Paul Brewer
great,
probably has it because
very helpful.
he's a coaching guy. They get it with
Oh
coaching.
yeah, they get it the
So
coaching.
he should have it. Paul Brewer, if you don't have it, let me know. We'll get it to you.
We should just give Paul something anyways. What can we give him? Paul,
Yeah,
what?
right?
Yeah,
For his service.
for his service. Paul, what do you want? Email me. Yeah, see, Dawn's getting into coaching too. She's going to get it. Um,
Yeah,
but Johnny Clements wants lots. Boom.
there
Yeah,
you
see,
go.
Paul got it already. Paul, what'd you think of lots? Thumbs up for that thing? Yeah, Paul's working hard. There it is. Um, yeah, we gotta give Paul Brewer the love for sure. Um, so Scott Bossman, what do you got going on the rest of your? Well, now you're kind of getting into alcohol time. It's past 5 o'clock there.
I mean, I I have to confess, I'm having a whiskey coke right now.
Okay, a whiskey coke. What kind of whiskey?
It's I'm a little low in the liquor cabinet, so it's just Seagram 7. It's like the rail whiskey in the Bossman house.
That's like
That's
that.
why I mixed it with cherry Pepsi.
Yeah, that's like the inexpensive toilet paper of whiskeys.
It's exactly right.
You
Yes.
know that does not go down smooth at all.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why. Yeah, you definitely water it down with soda.
Right, right.
So,
Oh, Paul Brewer, he
uh,
wants he wants Lot season two. We got to. I mean, this is a good distraction for Tate. Absolutely.
yeah,
Although we're busy. We had 6 sales yesterday. We're busy. Got to try the peanut butter whiskey. Got to try the
peanut butter
peanut butter
whiskey.
whiskey.
Yeah,
Notice how I
I
said
saw
butter, by the
that.
way? Zane, like the Zano. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. I do need to try peanut butter whiskey. I've never tried that before, Melissa, so we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise tonight, I don't know. I'm gonna go make dinner for the runts, and Aaron and I'll make dinner for the runts, and then I don't know what tonight will bring. Maybe a family game, or maybe a walk around the block. I already did one walk around the block today. A little chilly today though in Wisconsin, so a little blustery.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice. I got my vitamin D. I went outside. It's sunny here, and I did a 40-minute meditation. Um, Felt good. But then, yeah, I
nice.
think we're gonna cook with the kids. We're gonna play something fun. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what tonight will bring.
What's your favorite game? What's your favorite game with the kids?
We love Taboo, we love
Okay.
Scattergories, and we love Pictionary. I'd say those are our top three. Those are definitely our top three.
Okay.
Um, what about you guys?
Well, let's see. Lately, we've played Yahtzee. We love Yahtzee. Um, played. Let's see. My one son and I played Star Wars Monopoly. Or no, both two boys and I played Star Wars Monopoly,
Oh, fun.
which is always fun. And then every once in a while, we play some charades as a family. It gets a little crazy, a little competitive.
Yeah.
So
Have you
we don't play
tried
that one very often.
have you tried reverse charades?
No.
Okay, reverse charades is really fun. So basically, you reverse it. So instead of the one person acting out everything for the group acts it all out for the one person.
Ooh, I bet that would be fun.
It's fun. And so, for sure. Michael Haynes, what does he got to say? He's got a question, I think. Look at that. With the advent of this COVID-19 craziness, have you seen it affect your business? Any increase in people responding to your offers, or any increase in people inquiring about your land for sale, or no effect yet? No, Michael, we've had quite a bump. It's already 7 sales this week. We had 6 yesterday. So, Scout, how about you? You're seeing a bump, right?
Yeah, we saw a little bump this week. Four sales since last Friday. So, uh, and February was a little down. We had our best quarter, one of our best quarters last 2019, and started January off strong. There was a little dip in February. I don't know why, but then this last month or this last week, yeah, we've had a bump for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Andrew, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. Is it Mino or Mino?
Andrew Mino, I think. Yeah.
Andrew Mino said make a land geek game. So
Ooh.
we have thought about this because actually Tate's wife, this is used to be her job, was working for a board game company. So we could make a land geek game. We have the Chinese connections, if you will, to do this. So if we were going to do that, how would we start it? Would it be a you know sort of a passive income type of game where you send out offers and then you kind of go through the model and then wherever you land, like you know you might have to go back 2 spaces if uh, sorry, deeds in probate, you know
Yes.
deals in probate, go back 2 spaces, or you draw a card, contact the neighbors, or something like that, and then it's like, would the object of the game be whoever gets to 10,000 a month first in passive income?
I love it. Have you ever played Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow game with the kids?
No, I have not. I want to get it, but
I got it a number of years ago on the iPad, and uh, one of my boys was very interested, and it's pretty cool to see now, a few years later, his attitude regarding money, assets, liabilities, that type of thing. So I think it really left an impact on him. So I would definitely recommend that game for people with young families. I know Aaron William plays that with his kids as well.
I know John
But
Burnett plays.
yeah, But a game like that, I think, would be amazing. Exactly like you're describing, Mark. It's kind of like it's like a Land Geek Life game. Do you
Yeah,
remember Life? I loved
I
Life.
loved life. You know, the whole secret to life was going to college and, delaying gratification and getting that card. And because even though short term you weren't making as much money, then long term you ramped it up.
Yeah, and it was also having a lot of kids. The more kids you had, the better.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So Dawn said she's getting lots of inquiries, um, and Ben Rogers said make the game an app. By the way, what's so funny? I don't know if we don't really talk about. We do have a Land Geek app on the App Store
Yeah.
to listen to the podcast, but we haven't updated it. So like once we changed our podcast provider, it doesn't update automatically in the app anymore. So I don't ever talk about it. But we should. If anybody's bored right now and likes to develop apps and wants to help us with our app, email me, mark@thelandgeek.com, and we'll get you in there for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Any bored devs? Bored? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure. Help us out with that for sure. Although I don't know. I mean, it's not like our business. We need to have an actual app, and
Right.
and just because I'm so pro Apple, I don't know. Could I even develop one for Android, which is the most popular system out there?
Yeah, no need.
Would I let my own prejudice get in the way of business? Probably.
I think an app would be nice. I do like the Kajabi app,
Well, that
which
Kajabi app is expensive. You know how much that thing costs?
how much?
It's 25 grand a year if you want to white label it.
Right, but you can still log into LandGeek via the Kajabi app, which is kind of cool. So I belong to a couple different organizations. You
I thought you were talking
download the
about Mighty.
Kajabi
I thought
app.
you were talking about Mighty Networks app. Oh, the Kajabi app. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Kajabi
Kajabi.
app is doesn't cost anything. I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
no, the Kajabi app's great.
Oh, okay. So should we just do a Kajabi app?
I mean, we could. I mean, you can access the toolkit really easily on Kajabi. It's great. So I have that Kajabi app on my phone, and I can access that.
So I could just put the podcasts, and can I do notifications?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. Um, but I have, let's see, uh, what things do I have on here? I have the LandGeek library, the LandGeek toolkit. It's taking a while to load for
Yeah,
some reason.
but
Probably because of the four PlayStations going continuously in my home
yeah,
for the last few hours.
yeah,
Three PlayStations.
yeah. Seriously, like if I have to look at Fortnite one more time,
So yeah, Mark, I
you know,
have Candell training on here, Dan Candell training. I have Benjamin Hardy's courses. I subscribe to his mastermind as well, and the Lane Geek training all in my Kajabi app. So it's a nice way to access those things.
nice, nice. Benjamin Hardy. What book did he write?
He wrote Willpower Doesn't Work.
Great book.
Really great book.
He's the
And
guy
he's
that like
coming,
adopted like three kids. He's like an amazing guy.
yeah, he's really young. He has like, he had like three or four foster kids,
Yeah,
decided to adopt them, and then had two more kids. So he's got this really big family, but he's a great author on medium.com, and he comes out with great content every week. He's a big believer in morning productivity. Don't waste your morning hours, get up and be productive. That's the most productive time of the day. So he's a big believer in that. But Willpower Doesn't Work was a really great book. I've read it a couple times, and I would highly recommend that because it really applies to this land investing business for sure, in a lot of different ways. So it left quite an impact on me, and yeah, I would highly recommend that. And he's coming out with another one soon. I'll see if I can find that.
yeah. So Scott Poole says hello. Michael Ring, hello. Scott Poole. So Scott owns a bunch of um, optometry clinics, I believe, where you go, you buy glasses, and you get a optometry
Right.
exam. So, Scott, are you open? I mean, I guess you could order
Good
your stuff
question.
online, but to get the exam, how are you guys sort of pivoting given what we're going through right now? But anyway, Scott Poole, now is a great time to be diving in headfirst into the land business, for sure. It's like your little insurance policy. I'm very excited for you.
Yeah, I'm excited for Scott as well, for sure. Be fun to have him in the community for a while.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you haven't met Scott Poole at boot camp, I don't know when the next boot camp's going to be. I'm hoping August, but Scott's one of those great, just good vibe, high energy guys. Like you leave that exchange like with more energy than when you had. So I think it should be obligatory that Scott Poole comes to all the boot camps, just for me selfishly. Sorry, Scott. All right. Yes, we're doing the best we can do. Here's what he wrote. I'm going to add it. Yes, yes, we're doing the best we can do, trying to adhere to the guidelines the government's putting out on social distancing and occupancy of no more than 10. Yeah. So,
As far as I'm concerned, the more Scots at boot camp, the better. I mean, you can't have a better boot camp, right?
well, with one T, two T's,
With one T,
two
right?
T's is debatable.
Yeah, you're right.
Now,
The Scott with the one T, that's a very special thing. There are not many Scots with one T. So Scott Poole should feel
yeah,
unique.
yeah, you know what happened there, right?
What's that?
His parents, probably given that time, like his dad, just got off the golf course smoking a bunch of cigars, comes into the hospital a little tipsy, and Scott's parents have already discussed the first name, but the dad's a little tipsy and he's got to write on on the
Yeah,
birth certificate in the hospital, and he's a little tipsy, and he just does one T because he's lazy. Couldn't bother with the second T. Scott Poole,
I'm
am I
sure that's
close?
got to be the reason.
Am I? Scott Poole's like, that's it. Podolski's in trouble. How dare you create a family story for me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's showing
Oh
off the
my.
muscles right now.
Michael Ring is watching. I have Michael. I'm looking forward to speaking with you tomorrow. We're gonna have a call about the toolkit and flight school. Kurt Richter's watching too.
Kurt Richter. What's going on with Kurt Richter? I don't. How do you even see these people? I don't even see them.
So I had to share I shared the feed to the Land Geek Motivation group,
Ah,
and that's the one problem with Ecamm Live is um, you can't see because you're broadcasting your Land Geek page, and then we have to share it over the motivation page. You can't see the comments separately.
I see.
So on Nightcap, we have Matt Forbes policing the motivation comments while I'm looking at the Land Geek comments. But yeah, Kurt Richter's watching. Kurt, I'm curious to know how you're doing with because Kurt's a pharmacist, I think, in Florida. So I can imagine the pharmacy. I'm sure
I,
they're still
I'm sure they're
plugging
busy.
away.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just I can't imagine the techs. Talk about the hand washing going on in those places right now. But
Oh
Kurt's saying
gosh.
stay safe. By the way, Scott Poole said I could be correct with my family story. But then he wrote, but now I'm going to ask. So he is going to get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, this crazy guy
Maybe
had a theory that dad was just
Scott Poole.
tipsy.
Are you Scott Poole? Are your parents Scottish by chance? Because I think that would be a very applicable name for someone who is Scottish if it was just SCOT.
Right. Or did dad just prefer scotch?
Right. That too.
That too. Speaking of, I've been drinking my fair share of it. Like I'm not a big drinker, but like lately now, just to kind of just relax, I've been drinking more. And my kids are starting to notice, like, Dad, what smells so bad? I'm like, kids, that's scotch.
It's. I think Zano and I had bad influence on you, haven't we?
Well, I've got a whole thing of like tequila from Zano. It's really bad influence. So yeah, Kurt Richter's in the Belly of the Beast. Scott Poole wrote The Ladder.
Must be the Scott. Oh,
Must
the Scotch.
the Scotch.
Scotch.
Yeah, so
Yes.
he's not Scottish. So there you go. Well, this was fun.
It was fun. We didn't get many questions at all, but that's all good.
Yeah, going forward, does anybody have any ideas for what we should do as far as more Facebook Live content? Um, we could do. I tried to do Land Geek Trivial Pursuit. Not a lot of interest with that. Um,
I think we gotta line up. I think what would work, Mark, is if we lined up, let's say, just 10 land geeks, and we could have we could have teams, teams of
yes,
three, like three teams of three, maybe,
yes, that would be
and we got
fun.
to schedule it, and then we all show up.
Yeah, who wants to do Grill the Geeks? Who wants to either come on the
I think
podcast or come on a Facebook Live? Paul?
I think Paul Brewer needs to do Gorilla Geeks. I think he and Adam Egloff have this cool thing going on, Mark, with their, they have this competition, right?
I
Which is
know,
kind of cool,
I know. Who's
right?
winning right now?
Yeah, what is the score, Paul Brewer? And they're going through. So the cool thing is, you find connections in this community that last a really long time. And Paul and Adam found each other in flight school, and they were each other's accountability partners, and they are doing deals together. And they said, "Hey, let's create a friendly competition." And they're holding each other accountable. They're doing deals to see how many they can get done in their first year, and then they took it right from flight school into coaching. So it's going to be interesting to see where they're at here in a year.
Yeah, absolutely. Kurt wrote, "We don't get to see real people in person. This is it now." Wow,
That's it, huh?
that's it. Well, at least he's gonna stay safe. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we should definitely do that. I mean, put in the comments some good ideas how we can kind of keep busy. Adam is ahead 14-10. Okay, so look, Paul, I had the same competition a few years ago with Scott Todd, and
Hmm.
it was like 211 to like 199 or something. He beat me, but enterprise value wise, I crushed him.
Yeah, you got to
So
measure that.
yeah, so you can kind of spin it a few ways. I'm just saying.
You could measure default rate. There are all these metrics we could measure, and then we could have to we determine a winner at the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah. Scott and I should definitely have some more friendly competition like that again.
I think you guys should. It was fun to listen to you guys back in the day. That was like 3 4 years ago already when you guys
Yeah,
were doing that.
that crazy.
I
You,
mean, you still do knock heads a lot with Apple versus Microsoft and other things,
yeah,
but
yeah. Paul Brewer wrote your comp. I guess your composition. I think he meant your competition was the motivation. Um, let's
hey,
see.
nice.
Michael Ring Langgeeks tips of the day to maximize your business. Oh, okay. Well, Michael, if you're a podcast listener, you know that we love our tips. There was a point in time where we were giving out like 5 or 6 tips on each podcast, and finally Philip Ma was like, "Enough." He was like, "You guys just do one tip. It's overwhelming. I'm listening to the podcast. I'm writing all this stuff down. I can't take all these tips." So yeah, absolutely. By the way, how great are Mimi Schmidt's tips, the terrorist hunter? I don't know how she comes up every week with these great tips. Yeah,
She
Paul,
really does. I
autocorrect.
mean, she does not get hazed to the degree of anyone that has given tips before. I mean, there's
Yeah.
never been any hazing of Mimi.
Well, for good reason, for fear of our lives. Number one.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I made a joke about Mimi once because then you
Once.
you you know
That
you,
was it.
you start hearing the drone overhead and you're like, oh God,
Right.
you know she, it's that job was crazy. She was managing 150 people. the Department of Defense.
I can't imagine how stressful that would have been.
Yeah. How many? What's the most of people you've ever managed?
Uh, so for me, it's just a little different. I was never a clinic manager. I didn't want anything to do with that. But I'm a physical therapist, and I would supervise no more than two physical therapist assistants because that's what the state of Wisconsin dictates.
Right.
But when you're working in a busy place and you all have a full caseload, I mean, that's a lot of responsibility because I could be in charge of, 40 people, the care of 40 people
Wow.
at one time. And, needing to know what is going on with each of these patients. So it was definitely stressful, for sure, to keep track of all of these people. And I was ultimately the guy that was responsible for their care. So a little bit different type of scenario, but I was never a clinic manager. I didn't want to do that. I don't know. Didn't really have the gumption to manage employees. What I loved was teaching. So I took a lot of students on and I did a lot of clinical education over the years. That's probably it's not the only thing I miss about work, but it's one of the things I miss about work is teaching. But the cool thing is I get to help teach land geeks now to a degree. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Kurt Richter just wrote he manages 23, and that is too many.
That's way too many.
That's way too many. Wow.
Wow, Kurt.
Well, at least Kurt's on the right path,
Right.
to get out for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I love when I go to parties and, people ask me what I do and, ultimately they're like, well, how many employees do you have? Like as a vanity metric, like the more employees you have, I guess the bigger your business. It's like the
Right.
dumbest metric ever. And I'm like proudly like, I have no employees. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I've got virtual assistants and I've got, independent contractors, but no employees. Nada.
Nada.
Nada. Not to say that there isn't some management involved, but I have meetings once a week with the team,
Right.
but that's it. It's not like it's not overwhelming. And then you get to the point where uh, the people you're managing are managing, and then you're really out of it. Kurt,
Right.
Kurt, I'm a drug dealer. Yeah, I mean, Kurt, you're a pharmacist. You're not a drug dealer. All right. For those of you watching Narcos and Breaking Bad, Kurt Richter is not a drug dealer. He's a pharmacist. Big difference.
Big difference, yes.
Big difference.
Well, he is in Florida. I mean, it could be different there.
That's true. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Uh,
All right. This is
a
starting
Florida
to. A Florida
pharmacist.
pharmacist. All right. This is starting to devolve.
It is.
All right. Well, I want to thank Paul Brewer, Michael Rain, Kurt Richter, Melissa Stuker, Scott Poole, uh, Don Pereza, Andrew Mino, Michael Haynes, Benjamin Rogers, Melissa Moore, Johnny Clements. Congratulations. Oh, no, he didn't win. No, for being on. Thanks, Johnny, for being on. Michael Rodriguez, congratulations for winning the toolkit. And everybody out there, again, now is not the time to take any time off. Be more aggressive in your asset sale, in your asset sales, your asset purchases of raw land. Um, we're in the right niche right now, so double down on it. Do not take your foot off the gas. That would be a huge mistake for sure. And then besides that, as Scott Bossman would say, wash your hands. Social distance. Be safe
Social
out there.
distancing, wash your hands, yes.
Is that pretty much it, Scott? Social distancing, wash your hands. Anything else? Cough into your cough or sneeze into
Yeah,
your
cough into
thing.
your
Elbow.
elbow. I mean, I'm wiping surfaces down all the time. I think a lot of us are going to get this, so I think we need to prepare ourselves for that as well mentally. It's just, I think it's going to happen. The numbers are increasing steadily in all communities, so talk to your kids. I think that's the other thing I've taken from this week is talk to your kids. They may be a little bit more fearful than they let on, and it's important to have close conversations with them because I think they appreciate it when you reach out to them. And so, yeah, but otherwise, wash your hands.
Wash
Don't
your
touch your
hands.
face, Mark. Don't touch your face.
I'm really trying. It's hard. It's really. I just rather wash
It's
my
really
hands all
hard.
the time. To not touch my face is super hard. But Jason Hoffman gave us some love. He wrote, "I'm having fun devouring the toolkit I recently dusted off after 2 years of it, sitting in the corner of the cat room. My partner and I are really
Oh,
excited. It has been a long time coming. Land Geek is such an incredibly refreshing and motivating community. Thanks, guys, for all you do." Jason Hoffman, thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. And Dawn Pareso, she's living the dream in Hawaii. Mahalo.
yeah, right?
Yeah,
Mahalo, mohi mali mali.
exactly. Exactly. All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, dude, buddy. See you guys.